Okay, next page, 6.10, the practice. Let me just look at these. Let me see if there's one of these I should do with you. Okay, let's look at number 4. All right, we've got these little sections of a circle. He cut it into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cut it in, made it into basically a 8-sided pie and cut it apart. And there we have the pieces of the pizza essentially lined up. All right, this was half of the circumference here, and this is the other half. Okay, so it says select all statements that apply to the figure. Okay, the height of the parallelogram is approximately equal to the circle's diameter. No. The height here is approximately that right there, which is going from the center of the circle to the edge of the circle, so that makes that a radius. So that's a no. Nope. All right, the area of the parallelogram is approximately 1/2 CR. Okay, so we got a parallelogram here. Height times base. Okay, 1/2 CR, and C being circumference. Okay, but circumference has been divided by 1/2. So let's look at this. If I take that and I'm going to put 1/2 circumference of this thing, of that circle, would have been 2 pi r times r. Okay, I just substituted the c and I put that in there. Then I work it out, pi r squared. Yes, that works out to be the area, all right, of that parallelogram. All right, the length of the parallelogram is approximately equal to the circle's circumference. No, the length of the parallelogram is equal to half the circle's circumference. So that's incorrect. The radius of the circle is approximately equal to the height of the parallelogram. Yes, that's what we said in number 1. The area of the parallelogram is approximately 8. There's 8 pieces. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay, times. Okay, here's what they've done. They took, knowing that a 8-sided, a circle that's been cut into 8 pieces, each angle here is going to be 45 degrees. So they are basically calculating the area of the sector and then multiplying it by 8 sectors. All right. So let's actually take a look at this. So we've got, let me just look. Got 8 times that. So basically these are equalizing each other. Times pi r squared. 8 times 45. I'm just trying to think. 8 pieces. Okay, let me try my calculator here. 8 times 45 divided by 360. Yes, this right there, that math, equals 1. Okay, so that we then have the area of the parallelogram equals pi r squared, which I already worked out up there. Okay, so those are some of the more advanced ways you're going to see some of this stuff. Great ACT, OST question right there. All right, and this is what separates the men from the boys, people. You want to get money for college, you need to understand what's happening right in this problem. All right, so let's move on. Area of a circle is 25 centimeters squared. What's the circumference? Okay, this is kind of working backwards. I'm going to do one of these with you. Okay, so area equals 25 pi and then times centimeters squared. That's in centimeters squared units. All right, area also equals circumference. It equals, I'm going to put on the other side, equals 2 pi r times r. Wait. Sorry, 1/2. All right, let me see if I can make this easier. I like to complicate things. Okay, so we know that 25 pi equals pi r squared. Okay, now I'm on the easy track. All right, because 25 pi is the area and there's the formula for area. All right, so I want to solve for r because I need to find r to know circumference. So I'm going to divide by pi. Okay, divide by pi, pi's go away. 25 equals r squared. Well, what's the square root of 25? 5, people. That's r, so that means the circumference is 2 pi times 5, which equals 10 pi. And they say exact, so I don't have to mess with my calculator, which always makes me happy. Okay, what's the area of the shaded region if r equals 4? All right, let's see who can figure that out. Sum of the circumferences of the circles is 56 pi. All right, interesting. That's a very interesting one. Okay, you've got the radii here. The sum of each of the circumferences is 56 pi. All right, so you're going to have to work backwards, set up an equation here where you replace the r circumference is 2 pi r, right? Okay, so if you know circumference is 56 pi units, okay, you're going to have to find a combined r here. We've got 1, 2, I think then this one, 3. That's what I would do is add this together. Okay, so what we need to do, we've got r's. Circumference equals that. So 2 pi, I'm going to put the r's in here. 4x plus 2x plus x. I shouldn't need to use that second one. I think that's an area where they're expecting you to recognize that. All right, but now I have my x's. They want us to find kj, so they want us to find this. All right, so that's the purpose of this x, because once we get this, we're going to use Pythagorean theorem, okay, to figure this out. All right, because we know right here is tangent lines. All right, that's why we can use Pythagorean theorem, so we know that right there is a 90-degree angle. All right, so I believe that's your setup. Hopefully you came up with that on your own before I did, and that would be great. Great. Let's see what else. Really, is that it? All right, I think we're done with that.